Shalom Aleichem. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. Erev Purim, Parshas Tetzaveh. So let's talk about a little bit Parshas Tetzaveh. We all know, well known, that Moshe Rabbeinu's name is not mentioned in this parsha. And Moshe says that the Egel, Mechenina, if you're going to go ahead and destroy the Jewish people, Mechenina Misifrecha. And this week's parsha is that parsha that, a remez to that his name is not mentioned. Why Dafka Parshas Tetzaveh? What is the message Dafka here, Parshas Tetzaveh? This is the parsha where Moshe's name is not mentioned. So perhaps you can suggest an idea. If there's any theme that runs through this parsha, it's Big Day Kahuna. Is that Big Day Kahuna of the Kohen Gadol, of the Kohen Hedyot, they have to wear certain begadim. And indeed, the Gemara tells us that the avoda of the Beis HaMikdash of Kohanim is the begadim are ma'akev. The avoda is puzzle if they're not wearing begadim, the centrality of the clothing. Moreover, the Gemara says, even the status of kahuna, bigdayim aleim, kihunascham aleim. And if they're not wearing the begadim, then they don't have a status of kahuna. Striking. Very big significance to these big day Kohen. And you'll notice also, last week we read Parshas Truma, and then we're going to read Big Day Kahuna, this week's parsha. Last week was the Kalim of the Beis HaMikdash. And then at the end of the parsha, we have once again the Kalim. We go back to Kalim, we have the Kiyar. So in the middle of Kalim, we have the Kahuna. And perhaps that's the very exact idea, is that what is the role of the Kohanim? The role of the Kohanim are to be liaisons between Klal Yisrael and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. In the Beis HaMikdash, Karbanos, they are the Shlichim of Bnei Yisrael, but they're also liaisons between Hashem and Bnei Yisrael. Hashem gives us brachos, but it's through the Kohanim. We have Birchas Kohanim, it's Hashem's bracha, but via the Kohen. Hashem communicates to Klal Yisrael through the Choshen, on the garments, on the vestments of the Kohen Gadol. So they serve as a bridge. The Kohanim are a bridge between Hashem and us and Hashem. To serve in that way, there needs to be a certain anonymization of the Kohen. He has to be anonymous. It has to be not about him, not about his place, his role, but he has to be submitting of himself to the office of Kohen, to the office of Kohen Gadol, to be that bridge. If there's too much of his own persona, so that's going to breach. He has to be kulo dedicated to the task, to the office of what it means to be this liaison. And the begadim create that anonymization. He's no longer Rav Yochanan Kohen Gadol, he's the Kohen Gadol, because the begadim establish him. You're the Kohen Gadol. He is the Kohen Gadol, and his personal identity becomes secondary and subservient to the office of Kahuna Gedola. That, I believe, is the role of begadim. It's to create a bittul of the person, highlighting what he represents as opposed to his personal individuality. Oftentimes in life, we're into individuality. You look at certain celebrities, their clothing is an expression of their individuality, what they're all about. Yeah, but not here. When we're talking about the public sphere of Beis HaMikdash, of Kohen Gadol, it's all about serving the klal and therefore bittul of the person. And perhaps that's exactly why Moshe Rabbeinu, the Anav Mikol Adam, that's exactly why this is the parsha where his name is not mentioned, because it's about the klal, Anav Mikol Adam, serving at the will of the people. It's not about, Moshe had to sacrifice tremendously his personal life. His marriage to Tzipora was sacrificed because of his mission as the Nosin HaTorah, as the person who's delivering Bnei Yisrael out of Mitzrayim, taking them through the Midbar. The mission, his task, his goal was paramount, and therefore his personal identity had to be submitted to that broader mission. That's why this week's parsha, Parshas Tetzaveh, is the parsha that his name is not mentioned, to highlight this idea, to highlight the idea of the role of Kohen Gadol. We should all be zocha to know the place of our individuality, to know the place of our role as we go ahead and develop ourselves in this world. Know we have a place for individuality, but also know that time that we submit to the broader needs of the klal. Have a wonderful Shabbos Kodesh and a freilich in Purim.